are sore, and the new tattoo is going to get infected. I can tell. I should go to the police, but then what? There'd be a big-time publicity, and I could never continue the trip, and there goes this whole book deal. And besides, maybe I did deserve a little bit of punishment for that cake. That's why I got tortured in the last chapter for something I wrote about in Shock Value. But, well, I look down at my chest and see that yellow fluid oozing out has turned brown, and the letters, especially the A and H of asshole, are starting to swell. I should go to the hospital, but then again, how do I explain this hideous epitaph scrawled on my chest? Oh, this? I was just drunk. I'm sure there are great plastic surgeons once I arrive safely in San Francisco who can help with laser surgery tattoo removal, if I can just get there in one piece. But nobody picks me up. I keep walking anyway because a few basement buffs are still following me. That's the book called The Basement by Kate Millett about Gertrude Banishevsky, a very insane murderer that I wrote about in my last book. And in this book, they come back and get me and punish me for writing about the book. I posed for cell phone pictures with a couple of them. That seems to do the trick. All except for one persistent African-American Gertie imposter. A man or a woman, I'm not sure, but they won't leave me alone and wants to come along. We don't have a podium here. Well, come along. I try to explain that no one will stop to pick me up hitchhiking with a Gertie look-alike, but she's persistent. Finally, I show her my chest, and while she thinks it's fake, she's still impressed. An exclusive shot of Gertie and me and my horrible new tattoo seems to satisfy her. She retreats happily, adding the photo from her cell phone to her Basements Are Us blog. Just when I think I'm going to pass out, a car stops for me. I'm in luck, I think to myself, once I get in the car and painfully put on my seatbelt. Eugene, as he introduces himself, looks like a hippie. He'll be gentle. No funny stuff for this guy. He explains he's going to St. Louis, but will let me off at a rest area outside the city in I-70, so I'll have a better chance to get a ride further west. He explains that he's a vegan and offers me something to eat. I am starved out of my mind. I don't have any food issues. I can eat anything. At least I thought I could. Eugene offers me a raw turnip, which I guess is better than nothing. He rants against the evils of any animal products and then continues on against, quote, the criminality of force-feeding hospital patients and prisoners non-vegetarian meals. I agree. What else can I do? And ask him for another turnip. Hungry little mother, huh? He asked, good-naturedly tossing me one. I notice he is eating what looks to be hedge clippings, and when I ask him what he's having, he tells me that is exactly what they are. There's free food everywhere, he brags. Just eat leaves, grass. The spirits give you nourishment. It's right before your eyes. Before I follow up, he takes out a baggie and sprinkles some kind of brown seasoning over this hedge salad. What's that, I ask, ever the foodie. Dirt, he replies. As if he just asked the dumbest question in the world. You mean like Earth, I ask, confused. Well, yes, I call it land, sod. It's all delicious. I hold out my half-eaten raw turnip, and he sprinkles a little of this vegan spice on it. No matter what he calls this seasoning, it still tastes like dirt to me, and this crust of the earth gets caught in my throat, and I gag. Here, he says, holding out a bottle of what I thought was lemonade. I take a big swig and spit it out immediately. The liquid tastes salty, spoiled, disgusting. What the hell is that? I demand in between dry heaving. Urine, he says, matter-of-factly. Nothing better for you than drinking your own wee-wee. But that's not my wee-wee, I sputter. You're correct, he answers with pride. It's mine, I retch. I'm healthier than you, he says, shrugging without concern. You should be thanking my bladder, not complaining. I can't believe I just drank this hippie freak's piss. I continue to gag as he drives along, looking at me in food pity. You poor thing, he just it's all the animal parts stuck in your veins that are making you sick. Bristle. Do you know what that is? No, I admit weakly. That's stiff animal hair left over on pork products. Gag. Don't be puking in my car, he warns, and if you do it, I would expect you to eat it back up. Consuming one's own vomit is a way to train your digestive system to reject animal-deprived substances. Please, I beg, do you have anything a little less radical to eat? He thinks a minute. Sure. You like tofu? Yes, I yell, practically salivating for something I've at least enjoyed in my culinary past. Here you go, he offers, taking out a bowl made out of a recycled tin can. It's raw, the way tofu should be eaten. I scarf it down. He is listening to the ridiculously childish novelty tune Tofurkey Song by Joni Leeds, but I can tell he sees no humor in the chorus wobble, 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 not gobble, gobble, gobble. What do I care? At least the recording covers up the sudden rumbling in my stomach. We continue to drive, and much to my humiliation, I fart. Eugene looks over at me and says with a straight face, "Reject that suet." What is suet, I ask? Anything to divert my embarrassment. The solid fat prepared from the kidneys of cattle, he deadpans. Suddenly, a blast of shit fires in my pants without warning. The stench is overpowering. Oh, God, I think he's going to expect me to eat this? That's what you get from eating meat, he scolds with a savage new fanaticism. I have food poisoning, I wail. Why didn't you cook that tofu? Cooking is a violation of the natural order of food, you fool, he lectures with an obnoxiously patronizing tone. Please pull over, I plead. Absolutely not, he answers. You have to learn a lesson about excrement. Your bowels are sending you a vegan message. No, they're not, I scream in mortification. I have diarrhea. Please let me stop at a rest area. I bet you have wiping issues, Eugene suddenly accuses me. What are you talking about? I argue, and building delirium as another mudslide of shit blasts out and trickles down my pants leg. You're nuts, I yell. I'm sick, pull over. I'm nuts, he barks. Me, the healthiest man you've ever met? Do you know what I'm gonna die from? He rants like the fascist he is. Nothing. That's what I'm gonna die from. Nothing. With that, he veers off Route 70 and pulls into a family rest stop. McDonald's, Pizza Hut, the whole nightmare of fast food right before my eyes. He slams on the brakes and the scabs on my knees break apart. The seatbelt cuts into my infected tattoo and a final log jam of liquid turds detonates out back. You were born under the astrological sign of feces, meat pig, and you will die under that sign. Eugene spits out in final judgment, now excrete from my car. I do. I walk through the parking lot and the whole world can see I have shit in my pants. Hey, shithead, some brat of a kid yells as both his parents hold their nose and laugh. I don't make eye contact, but just make a beeline for the men's room. I walk through the packed food court, gagging and farting every time I see or smell food. Wouldn't you know it? The restroom is crowded. All the stalls are filled. Oh my God, some man mutters in disgust when he sees my sorry state of affairs. Out of the corner of my eyes, I notice men stopping in their tracks and then scattering in horror. Finally, a stall opens and a college student type exits, making direct eye contact with me. John Waters? He cries with surprised happiness. Yes, I stupidly answer, pushing past him and slamming the door shut behind me. Oh my God, I hear him yell to just about everybody. Did you see that? That was John Waters, and I'm almost certain he has shit his pants. I hear grown men laugh in constipated smugness and digestive superiority. I hang my jacket on the inside hook and plop my chafed ass down on the toilet, but there is nothing left to come out. I attempt to clean myself up. It was hard outside to take off both my underpants and my pants, but here in a rest area, a men's room, it's downright scary. I'm sure bathroom users can see me bottomless through the cracks in the stall door. I roll up my disgusting boxer shorts to ditch upon leaving. I flush a couple of times and use the clean toilet water to wash out my pants. I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing the cloth with all my might. It's a good thing I wasn't wearing white jeans as I usually do in the summer. I flush over and over until someone yells, "You okay in there, buddy?" I freeze. Yes, I'm fine, I lie, rinsing out my Levi's one last time and hoping they will dry quickly once I'm out in the sun. Just as I turn around to face the daunting task of slipping into wet pants, I see a hand come over the top of the stall, quick as lightning, and grab my jacket. "Hey, fucker," I yell as I trip over my boots, struggling to get one leg into my sopping jeans. "Stop, thief," I shout, but all I hear back is the footsteps of the running jacket snatcher. "Someone just stole my coat," I scream, but for once, the bathroom seems empty. I run out of the booth and my stocking feet still zipping up my fly, but all I can see is a father and son walking in, eyeing me with alarm. "Did you see anybody out there with my jacket?" I asked, completely beside myself. Oh, sorry. How would I know what your jacket looks like?" the father asked with rude sarcasm. "Yeah, moron," spits out the kid to me as I stuff my feet into my unlaced hiking boots and race past them, depositing my diarrhea underpants in the trash can right in front of their suddenly scared, shitless eyes. I run through the rest area with my laces flapping, tripping over them every few steps. "Thief!" I yell, but people look away, and I don't see a security guard in sight. Once outside in the parking lot, I realize whoever swiped my jacket is long gone. No jacket, no bag, no phone. I'm really alone in St. Louis, for shit's sake. So even I question why I would pick that one to read out loud.
Big thing. You said that rap music in gay bars is an example of something that makes you laugh because of people's visceral reaction.
No, I'd like a gay bar that played rap music.
Exactly, yeah. And then it's also part of it was people's visceral reaction to rap music and observing that. So it's kind of a two-part question. What else makes you laugh, unless you want to elaborate on that quote too, and what do you find obscene?
I was upstairs looking at the porn, and I walked into this porn shop in New York, and I hadn't been in one in a long time, and the porn they have really is shocking, like gang rape to women, covering women in shit. I mean, really the extremes of any jury would find it obscene. I thought it was obscene. But we do have to put up with that. You have to put up with Nazis marching, the ACLU lets pickets for them to march. The extremes of free speech you have to put up with as long as to have it. That's why I'm against the death penalty, and I don't care if it is the Boston bomber. You know, that basically the extreme ones, it's tough not to think, you know, oh well, you know, but I'm very much against capital punishment because I have a friend that was sentenced to it, and now she is, you know, completely has done work to help people in prison her whole life and everything. You can change. You can become a different kind of person. Now, I'm not saying the victims are wrong. I understand why they feel that. I understand why the people that were the victims of the Boston bomber think he should get the death penalty. But I believe coming from a citizen, not a personal thing, he didn't kill anyone I know, that basically, I think even when they were saying that they should lock him in for, you know, the rest of his life with 23 hours a day, that's, I don't think should be legal either, to be honest. I mean, that seems like cruel and unusual punishment. It is. No matter what you've done, that's not going to make it go away. But at the same time, I understand how people feel like that. Now, people become reactionaries easily when it's personal. It's very different. I can talk, it's all bullshit when I'm saying to somebody that just got their family killed. So I'm always drawn to subject that there's no easy answer. What makes me laugh? Just wit. I hate jokes. When someone says, "Can I tell you a joke?" I say, "Please do not tell me a joke." Be witty, but I hate jokes. So that's a big difference, I think. What made me laugh recently? I have to think about that. I have to think about movies. Certainly can make me laugh, but I usually like movies that are depressing. I like depressing French foreign films. You know, I was so sad that movie theater closed here. The one on California Street, right by Polk. I loved every movie they played. That's what I always went to that theater. Every single thing they played. But those kind of movies, you know, people don't go as much anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Sure.
That you consider your movies PC in their own way and moral, and I want you to elaborate on that.
Yeah, I think my movies are politically correct, even though my favorite new thing is, what's this thing on college where you have to, so hilarious. That's the best title. That should be the name of my show now. You know, that's my hope. That is so ludicrous. What, the people are not smart enough? You have to, I might be saying something that'll upset you. I thought you went to college to get upset. You know, I don't know. But so I do think my films are politically correct. You know, they're against people that judge other people. They preach that basically you should exaggerate what you have and turn it into a style, even if it's not what everybody else has. So, but at the same time, the trigger, what's it called? Trigger benefit? Yeah. To me, that's kind of the opposite of it. That seems really funny to me. It invites derision. But, so who knows? I think people get touchy, you know. I mean, I think you have to be able to laugh. Though Chris Rock said, maybe no one should ever be allowed to film comedy club act now, because if you try one joke, it goes international, and then people say you're a racist. But, you know, you should think before you say stuff, you know, and it's a gray area. All comedians are trying to walk that line of what can you get away with and be funny without being really offensive in a bad way or a good way. That's the line. And with politics, it's certainly harder. And with you know, if you're black, you can make black jokes. If you're Jewish, you can. But once you aren't, and you know, straight guys making gay jokes, each time it's harder to pull off, I think. But when you can pull it off, it's even funnier sometimes.